Hey guys, welcome back to It's Recap Time today. I'm going to recap a 2015 romance thriller movie named The Boy Next Door.
So, let's begin. The movie begins, and we are shown a woman jogging, whose name is Claire, and she is thinking about her past, which reveals that he is a teacher, and she is about to get divorced, because her husband Garrett was having an affair with his secretary. Now Claire lives with her 15-year-old son, Kevin, and Kevin misses his father a lot, which makes Claire feel that he should give Garrett another chance, and his son's birthday is 2 days later, and to persuade Kevin, Claire plans to go out to dinner with Garrett, but his best friend Vicky tells him, "You should get divorced." Claire gets angry on Vicky after hearing this, and says that Garrett has changed. Actually, it has been 9 months since they separated, and Claire feels that Garrett has now changed. Claire considers going back to Garrett for the sake of her son, and then comes Kevin's birthday, and here comes Garrett. This makes Kevin and Claire very happy. That's when Garrett says that we should go camping somewhere, which makes Kevin very happy. When Kevin walks away from them, so Claire asks, "When we leave?" Garrett tells Claire that we will all leave after my business trip. Hearing this, an argument ensues between them. Claire feels that Garrett is still having an affair with his secretary, and Claire speaks to Kevin that you guys go away, and comes to the washroom and starts crying. One day when Claire and Kevin are on their way out of the house, then the door of their garage gets jammed. So Claire tries to open that door, but that door is too heavy. Then a boy comes and lifts that door, and says that if you want, I will fix this door too. Claire asks him, "Who are you?" His neighbors tell about this, that this is my nephew Noah, and here Noah has come to help me, and from now on it will remain the same now, says Noah, that I can fix this door. We just have to get something from the supermarket. Then Noah and Kevin head to a nearby supermarket. Then Noah's uncle tells Claire, Noah's dad and mom died 1 year ago, when Noah and Kevin are talking. So we learn that Noah is 20 years old, and he's still in school, because something happened in his life, which affected his studies, and we get to know that Noah is going to take admission in the same school, where Kevin studies. And Kevin's mother is a teacher. Then Kevin starts hiding after seeing a girl working there, and tells Noah that it's Allie, and this is the prettiest girl in our school, and going in front of him makes me something. But on Noah's persuasion, Kevin goes to Allie. Just then some miscreant boys from the school come there, and begins to annoy Kevin, and Noah sees it all. And when Noah comes home, so Noah tells Claire that some boys were troubling Kevin, but Claire knows this. When Claire goes to the window at night, so she looks that Noah is taking very good care of his uncle. Claire smiles seeing this, and the next day, Noah and Kevin are repairing a car together. So Claire looks at Noah from the window, and both of them smile looking at each other. Actually, Claire is happy because Kevin has a good friend, and Claire also likes Noah somewhere. The next day when both of them are together, so we come to know about things only that they both have many common interests. Then Kevin goes camping with his dad. Then Noah turns to Claire and presents him a book, but Claire refuses to take the book from him, but at Noah's behest, he takes the book. When Claire is in her room at night, so she looks out the window at Noah's house, and Claire watches that Noah is taking bath. Then Noah's eyes fall on him, so Claire goes into hiding. Then Claire goes on a date with a guy at the behest of her friend Vicky, but Claire does not like the boy, due to which Claire leaves from there. When she comes home to have a drink, then he gets a call from Noah, and Noah asks him for help in cooking. Then Claire goes to his house and helps him, and both are sitting together. Then Noah turns to him, begins to seduce him, but at first Claire stops him, but Claire likes Noah. That's why Claire can't stop herself, and then they both get intimate together. When Claire wakes up the next day, so he finds all this very strange, and Claire gets dressed, and then there comes Noah, so she tells him, I'm sorry I was drunk, and it's all wrong. So Noah tells him that there is nothing wrong with that, and during the argument, Noah hits his hand against the wall. This causes blood to come out of his hand. Then Claire applies medicine to her hand, and explains to Noah that this is all wrong, but in anger, Noah asks him to go to his house. Then after some time Kevin and his dad come back, and we see, and Claire is very nervous. Then there comes Noah, and Claire tries to talk, but Claire ignore him. In the evening when Garrett is going, so Claire tells him, we have to make a decision. Then Garrett apologizes to him. The next day Claire is teaching in class. Then come to Principal Noah, and explains that Noah will be in this class from now, and he explains if he asks the clear, you only recommended me email. Then Claire reveals that Noah hacked his email and requests the principal. Noah takes you to the shooting range with Kevin, Kevin, and Noah. Kevin provokes against his dad in the evening when the dad of the cabin comes to meet him, so Kevin gets angry over him and goes from there. When Kevin Noah is learning boxing, so Noah tells Kevin, "Your dad are using your mom. He comes at night and go to the morning." By listening to Kevin becomes angry, and in anger, he seems to be hitting a lot of punching bags, and falls. Only then Noah Kevin's locker comes from taking injection, and save his life. Actually Noah wants to influence him against his dad, so that Claire and Garrett gets the divorce, because Claire and Garrett were separated, but they have not taken divorce yet. The next day Noah sends flowers to Claire, after which Claire goes to him and talking about it, and says, "Shall we make a fresh start?" And Noah says yes. The Claire comes home with her husband, and the husband of Claire also kiss him, which Noah looks at its window, and gets very angry. The next day Noah comes to Claire and abuses him. Then there comes Kevin, so Claire tells him to stay away from Noah, but Kevin does not listen to him and goes with Noah. When he reaches school, so Kevin starts bothering the boy, so Noah beat them very much on those boys. Then the school's vice principal, which is Vicky, he called Noah in his office, but Noah misbehaves with them, so Vicky suspend him from school. Then there is a party in the school. Claire discovers that the water is leaking in boys' toilet when Claire goes there, so Noah is there, and he seems to seduce Claire, but Claire removes him by beating, and says, "Stay away from me and my family." The next day when Claire goes to school, so sees the picture of her and Noah in the whole classroom, and the student also came out of the class, but Claire tells them to stop outside, and all the photos start removing. And after school Kevin's dad has come to take him to his sport car, and give car keys to Kevin, and while driving, Kevin gets angry with his dad and Kevin's car seems to run very fast, but the brake of the car fails, and they get into an accident, but they both survive. When Claire comes home, so she sees Kevin is sitting with his dad, and there is also Noah, and when Claire is in the kitchen, so Noah turns to him and blackmails him. "I have our video. Come to my house tonight or else I will share this video in the whole school." And with no way out, Claire goes to his house and explains to Noah, "Delete that video," but Noah says not to listen to him. "I will delete the video, but for that you have to come to meet me every day, and have to be intimate with me every day." Claire gets angry as she hears it, and slaps her and leaves from there. The next day Claire goes to his friend Vicky, and tells him Noah. Then Vicky Claire becomes ready to help, and both make a plan together. Vicky Claire gets carried out, so by understanding him Noah follows him. Then Claire goes home, and he looks. That Noah's room has his photo everywhere, and he has deleted his video from his computer. Then he gets a file there, information about how to fail the car brakes. Then Claire reveals that Noah Kevin has failed the brake of his car to kill the dad, and it seems that same has also hit his mom dad. Then Claire goes out of his house, and calls Vicky and tell everything. Only then, Noah beat her on the head of Vicky, and then Noah calls Claire from Vicky's phone and calls her there. Claire goes there and sees Vicky is killed by Noah, which frightens Claire, and sit outside in her car, and calls the police. Then Noah goes there, and stops him from calling. Noah says, "The affair was running with someone else's dad, by which my mom committed suicide. Because of this I made my dad's car brake fail, and revenge for his mom's death." Then Noah takes Claire to the nearby house, where we see Kevin and her father Noah kept the dam. Noah seems to sprinkle petrol everywhere, and it puts the fire. Garrett delivers itself, and attacks on Noah. Noah Garrett shot on, and the injection of Claire Kevin enters the eye of Noah, and Claire pulls a chain nearby. Thereby falls the engine over Noah, and Noah is killed. And then Claire goes out of there to Garrett and Kevin, and the police have come out, and they are rescued, and the movie ends here. So I hope you enjoy the video. So click any video of 3 them and enjoy next, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you soon.